You're listening to The Accidental Exile, stories of cities, strangers, and silence, and the people that we become when we leave too much behind. Any place of transition awakens in us our vulnerabilities. This is where we are at our weakest. We are entombed, never fully knowing where we are. We are dazzled and confused, and in that agitated state we are open to suggestion. This is where the veil between our external masks and the infinite world of our psyches is at its thinnest. This is why so many profound chance encounters occur in these spaces. We do not know it, but our mysteries trail behind us when we are on the move. Just outside of our field of vision, just beyond the corner of the eye. If you were to transport a person from the old world, perhaps this is where they would see the elves and the fae today. Maybe they are there still. It was a typical Saturday afternoon in Shanghai, at that moment before dinner when the day has begun to take its toll. You can sense the rising discomfort in the pulsing crowds as, with their patience running out, they ply their way towards their final destination of the day, which is usually food. I was rolling like a pinball through the throng until I stood still on the platform as the train rolled in. For a moment I found myself between a man and his daughter. She must have been around 9 or 10 years old, glasses, black hair of course, a practical but pretty frock. The man barked at her bitterly, nerves frayed. I had the feeling they were day trippers. They didn't have big city demeanour. The girl didn't make eye contact with them, but her face darkened and she looked as if she would cry. As she moved forward, her arm happened to brush against mine, and in that moment I felt everything that she was feeling. I felt her vulnerability. I felt her fear. I felt the rising sense of uncertainty and the feeling that her protector, the one thing that was here to make her safe within this brutal environment where the unknown presses in from every side, might possibly abandon her. I felt this in the pit of my stomach. In less than a second it was gone. The train doors opened and we moved onwards. I can feel what other people around me are feeling, but it happens all the time, so I don't think about it in the same way that I wouldn't stand on a beach and consciously analyse every single wave as it rolls to shore. In the farmhouse where I'm sleeping at the moment, I'm wide awake, and I think the one thing that would make her feel safe within this brutal environment where the unknown presses in from every side might possibly abandon her. And suddenly I remember a child whose parents were not there when he needed them. I remember a child who felt abandoned in the face of a terrifying situation. China awoke that lost child in me, bewildered and scared, trying to navigate their way alone, always alone, and I'd left him there. I need to divest myself of that. I need to prove that I can function, that I can cope, and I can master that place. In doing that, I can deliver my lost child to safety. I have to prove it to myself. This is the only way I can end this. The Accidental Exile is written and read by me, Finley Cowan. If this story spoke to you, subscribe, find more on YouTube and Patreon. Let's keep the conversation unfinished.